What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here, and I'd like to welcome you to my review for Iron Fist. Now, this is a Marvel Cinematic Universe Netflix show that I don't quite know when it was released, but I have just been doing nothing but watching this show for the past 2 days. I've binge watched literally all 13 episodes of this show, and I'm done watching it now. So, I figured I would talk about it. Now, Iron Fist is about a character named Danny Rand who went missing with his parents about 15 years ago. His father owns or shares a very successful business company with the Meachums, who is another successful family. They sort of share the business. And basically, what happens is Danny Rand, his mom and dad, they get into a plane crash in the Himalayas, and everyone thinks that they all died, but Danny Rand was taken in by these monks and trained to be the Iron Fist, the defender of Kunlun, which is the city in the Himalayas. And basically, he comes back to New York 15 years later to reunite with the Meachums, and yeah, that's basically the in a nutshell what this show is about. There's a lot more in play with this show, a lot more going on, a lot of subplots that I really don't want to spoil because this is a really good show that if I want you guys to experience it for yourself. Now, I have never really been a big fan of Marvel shows on Netflix. I tried watching Daredevil. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really that into it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, for saying that probably. I probably should give it another chance, but I mean, I watched like the pilot and it bored me. It really bored me. To me, like, if the pilot of the episode, if the pilot of the show doesn't hook me, then I'm not really interested in it. And Daredevil did not hook me with the pilot. It kind of bored me in the beginning. But this is one show, the first Marvel show on Netflix that I've seen that I actually really enjoyed. Oh my god, I really enjoyed this show a lot. I mean, this show is getting a lot of hate. People are saying that the action scenes are bad in this show compared to Daredevil, which once again I have not seen all of Daredevil, so I can't really draw that comparison. And people don't like the action scenes. People do not like the repetitiveness of some of the dialogue in the show, and other things like they don't like the lead character, the man who plays the Iron Fist. Now, I'm not really comic book savvy. I don't know about the Iron Fist comics. I just like when it comes to Marvel, I just watch the movies and the shows. And yeah, I don't read the comics. So, from my perspective, uh, I like the show. I really like the show a lot. Like, I could not stop watching it. There was a period of time, sort of in the middle of it, where I do think it did get a little bit repetitive, but it's not as repetitive as I think a lot of people are making it sound, because this show is written so well. Like, every single scene in this show that you get, at least in my opinion, feels like it matters. Like, there's a really good sense of progressiveness to this show. Like, it's every single episode, there's always a lot of progression that happens. I'd be watching an episode in the show and I'd look back and be like, oh, I remember that. I can't believe that happened like one episode ago. Like, that's how much progression there is. There's barely any filler in this show, in my opinion. The stuff that people are saying is boring with like the company and all that. I don't really think it's that boring. I mean, there are characters that are in the beginning they're bland, but they really grow on you as the show goes on. You grow to care about them. And the pilot for this show like really hooked me. And enough it hooked me enough to have me stick around with this show. Like, the characters are written very well, the dialogue's written really well, The action's really good. This show gets very brutal too. Like the further and further the season goes on, I'm being serious. Like it starts off sort of violent, but then by the time you get to the end of it, it's so freaking violent. Um, I mean, people are. It's brutal. This show is brutal. I was watching. I was like, damn. Like now I know why this is a Netflix show because they would never be able to pull this shit off on TV. You know, it's like HBO level bad when it comes to the violence. It's super violent. I was surprised about that. And it kind of made me feel bad for some of the characters that die in the show, like the poor people that just get killed. You know, I'm just like, no. But yeah, this show it's very it had me engaged all the way through. Like I said, there are some pacing issues. The main hero. What do I think? What do I feel about the main hero? I like him. I like the main hero, but I do kind of agree with one thing is that they always give him these lines where every single time characters are doubting something he's about to do, he'll be like, "I am the Iron Fist. I am the Iron Fist, and I'm supposed to take down the hand." Like he says it like a bunch of times in this show. Like every single episode has a scene where Danny Rand is being like, "I am the Iron Fist." It's like, okay, we get it, we get it. That's just a little nitpick. I don't really feel like the dialogue scenes that people are saying are boring are boring. I mean, I was entertained throughout this entire show. Obviously, I haven't seen Daredevil, I haven't seen Arrow, I haven't seen Luke Cage or anything like that. Jessica Jones, I think, is another one. So I can't really say if this show holds a candle to those shows, but I liked this show a lot. It kept me engaged, and one of my favorite parts about this show, and I'm not trying to sound cheesy or anything when I say this, um, there's a love story in this show between the main character and this other character named Colleen, uh, Colleen. I don't remember. See, I'm forgetting about her last name. I'm terrible with names, but her name is Colleen, and she runs like a dojo in New York, and basically, there's a love story between them. And normally in a show like this, you look at the love story, and it's usually cliche 101. It's just tacked in there because the main the main character, I guess, needs motivation to continue doing what he needs to do. But no, I mean, this is probably one of the most well-defined love relationships in a TV show that I've seen. I'm not trying to be like oh like this is Twilight or anything. I'm not trying to be like no. This show actually has a good love story in it. I don't know why I mentioned Twilight, but it never felt forced. It never felt like there was unnecessary sexual tension between them. No, it felt right. It felt like a right relationship for these two characters to be in. And it was perfect. It was perfect. And I bought it. Like if these were real circumstances, I could see the two of them getting together. Like I could see it. Like it wasn't bullshit or anything like that. It was a pretty well defined like love relationship between these two characters. And I loved that. And just a lot of the things that could have gone wrong with this show, in my opinion, were done very well. It's not a perfect show, like I have said. It does, somewhere in the middle of it, there are a couple episodes with some moments of filler. Not quite filler, but you're just like, okay, pick it up. But it all pays off in the end. And I liked Iron Fist. I started watching this show, no joke, on like Wednesday. It's Thursday now, and I've watched all 13 hours of it. That's how obsessed I was with this show, and that's how good this show was, in my opinion. So, Iron Fist is a very good Marvel Cinematic Universe Netflix show that I would highly recommend you guys check out. If you're into Marvel, check this show out. Check it out. It's a really good show. So, yeah, if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So, yeah, that's my review of Iron Fist. I apologize if this video is not edited like it usually is. I'm currently preoccupied with Breath of the Wild videos that I'm trying to edit those, so I don't want to spend time editing this video. Um, I just had to get my review up for this, so yeah, Iron Fist. I really liked it. Check it out if you haven't. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I will have that Better Call Saul review because you guys have been responding super, super well to my Better Call Saul episodes 1 and 2 review. I've already had about 30 views, 3 people commented, and you guys really like them, so I'm going to continue doing them. So, if you guys enjoy this, I know I've already said this, but if you guys enjoy this, please comment, rate, subscribe. Subscribe, most important part. And I will see you guys later. Peace.